So let's practice few more questions about the finding the general solution of the differential equations. So the first step is bring all the y's on the other side and all the x on the other side. So shift the y on the y on the left hand side by dividing it, and bring the dx on the other side so that it will give you sin x times dx. Now integrate the functions on both sides. So dy over y, we know that the antiderivative of 1 over y dy is ln of y equals to antiderivative of sine is negative cosine x plus c. Remove the ln by raising the power of e. So we will get y equals to, now write the e with the power of negative cosine x, and also times write the e with power of c. Because e power c is also a constant, so we can write it as c e to the power negative cosine x. Now we don't need to write the power with a negative sign, so bring it in the denominator to make the power positive. So it will gives you e to the power cosine x. Now again cross multiply in this question. You will get 5 cosine y equals to 3x square plus 2 times dx. Divide both sides by 5 or don't divide it by 5, just integrate it, makes no difference. The reason is that we want only the variables on the other side. The constant stay at the right side or the left side doesn't means a lot or doesn't makes the difference for us. So now antiderivative of 5 cosine y is 5 sine y. On the right hand side, use the power rule. So antiderivative of 3x square will be 3x cube over 3 plus constant rule, that will gives you 2x plus c. Now bring the 5 on the other side by dividing the whole equation by the 5. So we will get x cube over 5 plus 2 over 5 times x plus c over 5. Now c over 5 is a constant, so we can write it as 5. Now the basic thing comes that how can we bring the sign on the other side. So we know that if sine of x equals to y, so in order to remove the sign, we have to take the inverse on both the sides. So you will get sine inverse of y. So come to the question. So he will write y equals to, bring the sign on the other side. So taking the inverse of the sign on the other side will give you the answer. So that's all. The value of the y is sine inverse of x cube over 5 plus 2 over 5x plus 5. One more question. Bring the dx on the other side. So you will get dy equals to y square plus 1 times dx. Divide both sides by y square plus 1 because we want the y square plus 1 as a y variable on the left hand side. Integrate it. We have a formula dx over x square plus 1 gives you tangent inverse of x plus c. So here it is the same kind written in the form of y. So we will have the answer as tangent inverse of y equals to antiderivative of dx is x plus c. Now if we all know that sine and sine inverse can cancel each other. Similarly, tan and tan inverse cancel each other. So in order to remove this tan inverse, take the tan on both sides. So you will get tangent of x plus c. So that is all, and this is your general solution. So here is another question in which you have to find the particular solution or in the given situation. So here the question is dy by dx equals to xy sine x square. So the first thing is move the dx to the other side. So you will get xy sine x square dx. Now remove the y from the right hand side, bring it on the left hand side by dividing it on both sides. So you will get dy over y equals to x sine x square dx. Now take the antiderivative on both sides. The derivative of 1 over y dy is ln of y equals to. Now look very closely to this question where sine x square and x another function is given to you. So for that purpose, whenever you have the two functions, always check do you have any composite function or not. So if you have a composite function, so here in your case sine x square is your composite function. Ask yourself, where is my inner function? So you know that inner function in this case is your angle. Then ask yourself, what is the derivative of x, that inner function, that is 2x. Now check your situation. I am writing over here just to show you. Now check your situation. In your situation, you have the x variable, but you are lacking with this 2. So for that reason, we have to bring that 2. So we will write the 2 inside, and since we are multiplying it with the function, we have to divide it with the function over here. Now we are ready to apply the formula, that is sine u times u prime du is written. So it is equals to negative cosine u. So you will write 1 over 2 as it is, and antiderivative of sine is negative cosine. So write down negative and here cosine u plus c. Now remove this ln by raising the power of e on both sides. So here e and ln cancel out. So you will get y equals to, here you can write e to the power negative half cosine u times e to the power c by using the exponential properties. And e to the power c is also a constant, so we can write it as c. E has a negative power, so we write it in the denominator to make the powers positive. So that is your answer. But still you have the initial condition, that means the x value and the y value. So it means you have to solve for c. So y equals to c. Now in place of y, write down the 1, and in place of x, you just write down cos of x square. So in place of x, you have to write down the 0. So 0 square means 0, and we know that cos 0 is equals to 1. So 1 equals to c over e to the power half. Now bring e to the power half on the other side. You will get c equals to e to the power half, or you can write it as square root of e. Now here is your situation. So you can just replace the c by square root of e. And here in the denominator, we can write it as e to the power half cosine x square. So that is our answer. So I hope that this question is also clear to you. So let's practice next question. Let's do one more question. Here you have to find the particular solution in the given situation when x equals to 1, 1 and y equals to 5. So let's see how can we solve such questions. So first of all, solve for y by integrating the functions, and for that purpose you have to keep all the y on one side and all the x on the other side. You are ready to integrate. Bring the y square in the numerator. So it will give you y to the power negative of 2, and similarly bring the x square at the top, you will get x to the power negative 2 of dx. Use the power rule, add 1 in the power, so you will get negative 1 over negative 1 equals to x to the power negative 1 over negative 1 plus c. Now it is better to make the whole equation with the positive exponents. So bring y to the power negative 1 in the denominator, you will get y to the power 1. 1 over negative 1 will gives you negative 1. Same thing over here, so you will get negative 1 over x plus c. Now solve the right hand side algebraically, means make the denominators alike. So by multiplying here by x, you will keep the denominator one time. On the top you will get negative 1 plus c, and it is equals to negative 1 over 1. So what is, if negative 1 over 5, if this thing, so what is y equals to? Of course, y will be, you just flip. So you will get y over negative 1 equals to, so you have to flip on this side also, you will get x over negative 1 plus c. Remove this negative 1 by bringing the negative over here. So you will get y equals to negative x over c negative 1. So this is our value of y. Now you have to find the value of c. So for that reason, replace the y by the 5 and replace the x by 1. So you will get c minus 1. Now cross multiply, you will get c minus 1 equals to negative 1 over 5. Bring the negative 1 on the other side, you will get c equals to negative 1 over 5 plus 1. Solve by calculating, you will get 4 over 5. Now this was your general solution with the c. Now for the particular solution, you will just replace the value of c by 4 over 5, and that would be your final answer. I hope that you understood the concept. Now practice more questions. If you understood the concept, then give me the thumbs up, like the video and subscribe my channel. Bye bye. See you. Good luck.